Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. China-US tensions remain in focus. Analysis http ntvforex.com News ID F4E2C0810 2020 10:23:14 AM Notes Observations Heighten US-China trade tensions. China names retaliatory measures on individuals in response to US sanctions on HK security law. President Trump issued series of executive orders aimed at extending some pandemic relief measures. Asia, Japan and UK reportedly largely agree to post-Brexit trade terms. Japan Foreign Min confirmed UK and Japan had substantial agreement in most areas for the trade deal and both sides agreed to accelerate talks, aiming to agree on a trade deal by extending Japan's current trade standards with the EU on financial and digital services. Both sides said to be keen to make a deal by year-end and aiming for a formal agreement in principle by the end of August. China-July CPI YY 2.7% v 2.6%. Hong Kong police confirmed arresting 7 people today under the Hong Kong security law. Added that more arrests were possible as operations remained in progress. Note: HK media tycoon Jimmy Lai, a pro-democracy Hong Konger and founder of Giordano, had been arrested. Nikkei 225 closed for holiday. Coronavirus total global cases 19,792,519 4.0% versus Friday. Total deaths 730.1k 2.3%. DD Europe poll saw about 33% of UK businesses planning to cut jobs by October when furlough scheme ends. America's President Trump signed executive actions on coronavirus economic relief. Provided a payroll tax holiday to U.S. earnings under $100,000, 2 defer student loan payments through the year-end, 3 discourage evictions, and 4 extend enhanced unemployment benefits that expired last week. Note: actions likely to face legal challenges. House Speaker Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Mnuchin agree to restart talks to a COVID-19 relief bill. Both agreed to a narrower bill that would extend some aid until year-end and revisit the need for more federal assistance in January. Fed's Evans Dove, non-voter, reiterated another coronavirus aid package was incredibly important. Noted the most pessimistic economic projections assume there is no support for state and local governments. Energy: Saudi Aramco Q2 net $6.6 billion v $24.7 billion. YY profits fell 73% due to the C-19 outbreak. Reaffirmed their plans to pay $75 billion in dividends in 2020. NBSP speakers: fixed income FX commodities Iratum equities indices STOXX 6000.2% at 364.4, FTSE 0.3% at 6,048, DAX flat at 12,675, CAC 40 0.4% at 4,908. IBEX 35 0.7% at 7,004, FTSE MIB 0.4% at 19,584, SME 0.5% at 10,117, S&P 500 futures 0.2%. Market focal points: key themes. European indices open modestly higher across the board, but turned around to trade mixed as the session progressed. Better performing sectors lead by financials and then energy. Underperforming sectors include technology and health care. Alstom affirms commitment to Bombardier deal. Saudi Aramco reported over the weekend a significant drop in earnings. Reportedly, German companies see coronavirus restrictions continuing for at least another 8 months. Earnings expected in the upcoming U.S. session include Marriott International, Duke Energy and Barrick Gold. NBSP equities consumer discretionary Superdry SDRY.UK 20% trading update. Financing Burt Round BDT.de flat earnings. Healthcare Epigenomics ECX.de 12% article. Farming Farm.nl 12% study. Roche ROG.ch 0.2% study results. FDA approval. Industrials Clarkson CKN.UK 11% earnings. NBSP speakers EU Economic Commissioner Gentiloni. Italy EU expected precise plans from Italy on EU funds. Bank of Italy BOI June non-performing loans at a 68.1 BVA 71.2 B. Prior German SDP party leadership said to have proposed Finn Scholz as chancellor candidate. Note: next federal election schedule in late 2021. IFO survey noted that German companies expected public restrictions from coronavirus to continue for another 8.5 months. Leisure sector in particular fear a longer period of restrictions 13 months. Postal and courier services expect the shortest period of restrictions 6.6 months. Poland's central bank's Gatner stated that interest rates were too low. Hike should be considered. India trade Min Goyal moving towards more balanced trade with several countries and regions. July exports at 91% versus year-ago level. China Foreign Ministry spokesperson prepared for obstacles and setbacks in relations with U.S. Reiterated firm opposition to U.S.-Taiwan exchanges and hoped U.S. could work with Beijing. U.S. sanctioning HK officials was interference and would sanction U.S. officials in response. Names U.S. Senators Cruz and Rubio. NBSP currencies fixed income risk appetite found some difficulty in finding some traction as the week began. Heighten US-China trade tensions continued to percolate after China named retaliatory measures on individuals in response to U.S. sanctions on HK. Security law included sanctions on Senators Cruz and Rubio. President Trump issued series of executive orders aimed at extending some pandemic relief measures but would likely face legal challenges. EUR/USD lower by 0.2% at mid-session around the mid-1.17 area. The 1.19 level continued to provide some significant resistance after several failed attempts in recent week to bust above it. USD/JPY hovering around the 106 level with little impetus with Japan closed for holiday. NBSP economic data SE Sweden OGSEB Swedish housing price indicator 40 v24 prior 5 Finland June industrial production 0.8% v 1.8% prior YY 6.9% v 4.6% prior CH Swiss July unemployment rate 3.2% v 3.2% E unemployment rate seasonally adjective 3.3% v 3.4% E No Norway July CPI 0.7% v 0.5% EYY 1.3% v 1.2% E No Norway July CPI underlying 0.9% v 0.5% EYY 3.5% v 3.1% E No Norway July PPI 0.0% v 1.3% prior YY 13.3% v 14.4% prior DK Denmark July CPI 0.8% v 0.1% prior YY 0.5% v 0.3%. Prior DK Denmark July CPI EU harmonized 0.9% v 0.1% prior YY 0.4% v 0.2% prior DK Denmark June current account balance DKK 14.7 BV 12.2 B prior trade balance 8.6 BV 8.8 B prior FR Bank of France July industrial business sentiment 99 v 92 Australia July foreign reserves $59.9 BV $61.5 B prior TR Turkey May unemployment rate 12.9% v 12.8% prior SE Sweden June household consumption 2.9% v 2.0% prior YY 5.8% v 9.2% prior CH Swiss weekly total sight deposits 695.8 billion Swiss francs v 693.7 B prior. Domestic site deposits 628.5 BV 625.5 B prior EU Eurozone Augcentix investor confidence 13.4 v 16.0 E fixed income issuance none seen looking ahead UR Ukraine July CPI 0.2% EV 0.2% prior YY 2.8% EV 2.4% prior MX Mexico July nominal wages no ESTV 4.6% prior 0530 to Germany to sell combined A 8.0 B in 3-month and 9-month bills 0530 NL Netherlands Debt Agency DSTA to sell A 2.04.0 B in 6-month and 12-month bills 0530 ZA South Africa announces details of upcoming IL bond sale held on Fridays 0600 IL Israel July consumer confidence no ESTV 63 prior 0600 no Norway Parliament hearing on wealth fund CEO hiring process 0600 IL Israel to sell bonds 0600 RO Romania to sell RON 300M in 4.15% 2030 bonds 0645 US daily Libor fixing 0700 BR Brazil AG IGPM inflation first preview 1.2% EV 1.2% prior 0725 BR Brazil Central Bank Weekly Economists Survey 0800 UK Daily Baltic Dry Bulk Index 0815 CA Canada July Annualized Housing Starts 205.0 kV 211.7 K prior 0850 FR France Debt Agency AF to sell a 5.66.8 B in 3-month, 6-month, and 12-month bills 0900 in India announces details of upcoming bond sale held on Fridays 0945 EU ECB Weekly QE Bond Buying Update 1000 US June JOLTS Job Openings 5.300 MV 5.397 M prior 1030 TR Turkey July Cash Budget Balance Try No ESTV 26.8 B prior 1130 US Treasury to sell 13-week and 26-week bills 1600 US Weekly Crop Progress Report 1800 NZ New Zealand July Heavy Truck Cometer No ESTV 14.5% prior 1845 NZ New Zealand July Total Card Spending No ESTV 19.1% prior Retail Card Spending No ESTV 16.3% prior 1901 UK July BRC Sales Like for Like YY No ESTV 10.9% prior 1930 Australia ANZ Roy Morgan Weekly Consumer Confidence Index No ESTV 88.6 prior 1950 JP Japan June Current Account Balance BOP Basis A132.6 BV A1.177 T prior Adjust Current Account A1.001 TEV A821.1 B prior Trade Balance A110.0 BV A556.8 B prior 1950 JP Japan July Bank Lending YY No ESTV 6.2% prior Bank Lending X Trusts YY No ESTV 6.5%. Prior 2000 SG Singapore Q2 Final GDP QQ 43.0% EV 41.2% Prelim YY 12.6% EV 12.6% Prelim 2130 Australia July Business Confidence No ESTV 1 prior Business Conditions No ESTV 7 prior 2300 TH Thailand to sell THB 5.0 B in 2049 Bonds 2330 HK Hong Kong to sell 3-month and 6-month bills. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me mt5.expert.advisors.